You know, folks, I've been a type 2 diabetic for many years. I received type 2 diabetes via Agent Orange from Vietnam. It's been a part of my life almost after Vietnam when we came back home. I've been on medications, metformin, medications to help control my diabetes, and I've had problems with it. But I got on the MMF, and within 6 months, again, of taking it from the start to right now, my doctors have literally said that I am no longer a type 2 diabetic. I no longer have to take medicines. To me, that's life-changing. To know that maybe one day I might have to go on to insulin, everything else, I don't have to anymore. With MMF, I don't have to do this. One other thing that I want to share with you, and that's, I found out because of the military, I was on an aircraft carrier that blew up. Many lives were lost in the fire. The fire was horrendous. We fought over 6 hours to put the fire out, and then we had to go in and take those bodies out of that burning inferno after it was over. Because of it, I have what they call narcolepsy. I didn't really realize I had it, but it's a genetic disorder, and I realized that my grandfather had narcolepsy, and I never knew. But narcolepsy is where your brain goes into REM sleep, theta sleep, or REM sleep, or theta sleep, and your brain goes to sleep so it can regenerate. What happened is it went just the opposite when these emotions took place. The only way it could flip from narcolepsy to what I have now, which is cataplexy, is a severe emotion or trauma. Well, when I was on that ship and it blew up, and we had to bring those bodies out, it triggered that emotion, that problem, and it changed over to cataplexy. I didn't really realize it. About a week or two after I was on the ship, I didn't realize what was happening. But I would wake up and I would be paralyzed. I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. And my feelings, being that young person, I thought I was being possessed. That's the only way I could describe it, is I had this horrible heavy feeling on me. I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything. Well, eventually it would go off. I didn't dare tell the doctors, I didn't dare do anything, because I thought if I told them I was possessed, which is the only thing I could think of, that they would kick me out of the military on a mental. So I kept it a secret. I never told anybody. But after I was out, I went to the hospital because it progressed into what we call REM sleep. My body goes into REM sleep, I go paralyzed, I fall. It looks just like you've shot me in the heart. I go paralyzed for 5 minutes up to 15, 20 minutes at a time. I can hear you, I can see you, but I'm totally paralyzed. I can't move a muscle. Well, that's been going on for over 38 years. And it's really interesting because I'm a hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist, and I would have these spells where I'd go paralyzed, and 5-10 minutes at a time, my customer would sit in the chair and wait for me to come around. I thought I'd get a medical alert tag that said, "Give me 5, I'll be back." Because I gave my big salon to my daughter, and we moved and built a salon onto our home in a new home that we built, this home here, where I built a hair salon on it. And my customers that know what I was going through just lived through it and let me cut their hair after I'd have these spells. If I stand longer than 5-10 minutes at a time, I could tell you I was going to fall. I was going to have a spell. Well, I get emotional when I talk about it. After 6 months of being on this product, it happened even before, but now 6 months later, I no longer have those spells. I can stand as long as I want. That catatonic state doesn't take place. Any type of emotion, even laughing too fast or too long, crying, any type of emotion can bring those spells on. I no longer have it. I am so impressed with this product, MMF, and what it can do. Many, many things are caused because we don't have the nutrients. We don't have those things that can help us, the micronutrients in our body. This here has changed my life, along with other things that I've shared with you. This thing just that one alone, if it could stop me from having those spells. I would go into the grocery stores, and I'd have these spells, and they got to know me so well that they'd put wet cones around me. I mean, how would you feel having wet cones put around you, being totally paralyzed, and not be able to move? Well, it got to be almost a joke to me and my family, because my wife would step over me and make another appointment. I mean, but now, folks, I don't have this anymore. I'd like to give that testimonial to you that things can change. Problems that you have can get better. And I can't make claims, but all I can say is try it and see what it can do for you. Thank you very much.